Hello, this is Sabita Misra. Today I'm going to talk about the law of karma and its effect on life and death. Whenever a soul descends from the soul world to the earth, it is confined within two rules. That is, the rule of nature, which we call the law of nature, and the rule of karma, which we call the law of karma. To understand the law of karma, it is necessary to understand the word karma. What is karma? The karma itself carries three important meanings, that is, thought, words, and action. In other words, the totality of thought, word, and action that produces certain result is called karma. Karma are described in two ways, that is, the good karma and the bad karma. The karma that produces constructive result are called good karma, and the karma that produces destructive result are called bad karma. No soul in this earth can escape the law of karma. It is so very accurate. It is so very precise. And it is so fair that nobody can neglect and ignore it. It is our misfortune that sometimes we are not aware about it and we ignore it unknowingly. We don't know what's happening with us and why it's happening with us. Each and every human being is bounded by karma. As I said earlier, thought, words, and actions produces our karma, whereas thought is the most dominant of all, because thought is the root of our karma. Words and actions are just the representation of our thoughts. Where does thought come from? There are many types of energies working in this space, and our mind intakes certain energies and matches them with the words that is stored in our mind and creates thoughts. Just as our nose inhales and exhales air but does not produce air in itself, in the same way, mind does not produce those energies in itself. It just intakes the energy, changes them into thoughts, and expels them immediately. Therefore, thought carries huge amount of energy, and that energy travels. It can reach the target. You need to be very conscious while thinking. If you are thinking, it is not something that is remained within your head. Just as you use perfume on your body, and knowingly or unknowingly, you are going somewhere, you are spreading it. Likewise, you think certain things, and knowingly or unknowingly, that thing is reaching to the target point if you do not speak and do not do any action. Now, what happens when there is good karma or bad karma? I told it earlier, the cycle of karma begins with energy and goes through the process of thought, word, action, and the target point, and comes back to the sender. Suppose if I am sending a thought towards my friend, let's say it is a very positive thought. I want to send some wishes to my friend. First of all, my mind intakes similar type of energies from the space, matches with similar words that can carry those meanings and those energies and sends immediately to the person within a flicker of a second. And while going to that person, that thought, that energy attracts similar type of energies and reaches to the person. The person receives it, may not be aware though, and sends it back. The energy automatically comes back to the center. Again, while coming back on the course, it carries lots of similar type of energies with it. Therefore, the sender or the one who thinks, in this case me, I got it 3 times. Once while selecting and intaking energy from this space, and while transforming it into thoughts. The other time while sending it back, and the other time when the energy comes back to me. Therefore, while producing any type of thought, we are the one who gets it most of the time, or many times. Same thing happens with the destructive thought. If one is producing destructive thought, he or she or the soul selects those type of energy from the space, transform it to those thoughts that can carry those energies, send to the target and get it back again. And the energy, because it is destructive, it destroys the sender as well as the receiver. That's why our karma can be good or bad. If it is a good karma, it produces good consequences, good results. If it is a bad karma, it ends in destructiveness, or it ends in destructive energy. Now, where is the karma recorded? Who knows what we are doing? As I told you earlier, in this space, of course, there are multiple types of energies working together, but the God's vibration, the God's energy is the most dominant of all, and it is the one who is recording it. Every single thought, every single energy is counted, whether it is good or bad, and recorded. Where it is recorded? It is recorded around our soul, within our body, or sometimes within our head. When it is recorded, it is never deleted till we leave that body. When we leave the body, we are judged what type of soul we are. Soul is pure, of course, but what type of karma did we do in our life? And we are treated, we are sent back to earth accordingly to achieve a certain purpose. We all are pure souls. We are not the body. But as we come down to the earth, we forget it and believe that we are a body. We forget what type of karma we should do. And sometimes, most of the times, not only sometimes, we tempted or we get tempted towards the bad karmas. The soul is pure, the soul is fresh, the soul is kind, the soul is good. It is very powerful. But as bad energy, becomes tempting because it is different from the energy that it is experienced. Sometimes the soul goes and tries to experience it. But in the eyes of God, no energy is good or bad. It is the soul itself that has to settle. God can do nothing about it. Just as the parents send their children to school, pay the tuition fee, provide them with all the accessories they need, but cannot go and read for themselves, cannot go and study for themselves. In the same way, God cannot come and help the soul. It is the soul's free will to choose good karma or bad karma. And it is the law of karma that once the soul chooses bad karma, a destructive energy, it must settle it before going to the soul world. In other words, the soul, if it has created destructive energy, it must clean it up. It must settle everything. For that, it has to take life again and again. It is bounded to life and death again and again. Therefore, if we want to be free of life, if you want to be free of the bondage of the suffering of life and death, we have to clean up our karma. And it's very easy. If you want to clean up our karma, we should only understand what karma is. That will be enough. Just as if we want to clean our home, we should not know all the cleaning skills first. We should just understand that cleanliness brings us good and happy health. That will be enough to make us tempted towards cleanliness. In the same way, if we know the meaning of karma, if we know how does it affect our life and death, we would automatically select good karma and be free of life and death.